Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different. It's not a beauty or fashion video, but it's more of a self-help and how-to video. So I'm going to talk to you about my tips and tricks of how to start your YouTube channel off. Now, I know some people could think, I'm going to go and watch someone with 11 million subscribers do this kind of video. That's fine, you can go and do that. But I feel like it's more relatable sometimes to come to someone who has, between 50 and 55 subscribers and kind of see how they kick-started their career, because it's all very fresh for me, obviously, still, and I'm so grateful for the amount of subscribers I have. But I always found that their tips and tricks from, the big name YouTubers didn't quite work for me. They weren't as relatable, so I used to go and watch small-time YouTubers and see what they were up to. So today I'm just going to give you a few tips and tricks that I learned from people, things that I think would be helpful, and see if it will help you start your YouTube journey. First things first, and I know YouTubers do this all the time, I'm really sorry about my lighting changes. I'm using natural lighting today, and the sun seems to be dipping in and out of the clouds, which is really just a massive pain in the ass. But I'd rather natural lighting than false lighting. And also, if I look down at any point, I am reading kind of out of my notebook. I will try and edit it the best I can, but I just thought it would be easier to write it all down rather than try and remember from memory the kind of things that I want to talk about. So my first tip is to decide what your YouTube channel is going to be about and kind of stick to it. So do you want to talk about beauty and fashion? Do you want to talk about food? Maybe, show people how to make different recipes? Do you want to talk about fitness? Do you want to do sort of workout things on your channel? Do you want to make it a comedy and do just tags and challenges? Or do you want to talk about serious issues such as politics and money and things like that? Kind of find your niche almost and stick to it. When you first start out, if you're kind of bouncing between all the genres, people are going to find that really difficult to kind of stick on trend, because when you've only got 3 to 4 videos and maybe each one is a completely different thing, people are not going to know what they're subscribing to. So if you've got one of a lipstick test, one of a fitness routine, one of making your own pizza at home, and one talking about politics, nobody's really going to know what to expect for your next video. So kind of try and stick in one kind of genre, and maybe when you get a bit bigger you can start branching out and doing other things, but otherwise just let people know what you're about. Also think about your personality, your branding. Lights, camera and editing is super important. Make sure you get all of these things correctly. When you first start, you don't have to jump in and buy really expensive studio lighting. Just sit in front of a window like I do. That's really good lighting. I have got box lights, but I have preferred using daylight recently. For things like camera, you don't have to buy a massively expensive camera to start off with. People start off using their iPhones, which do amazing camera work recently, and they also do webcam cameras. I use a Panasonic, which I always link in my down box of what I'm using. It's not a massively expensive camera. You don't have to go out and buy the £800–900 Canons unless you really need to, and I've always told myself I will upgrade my equipment with every 100 subscribers. So I'm halfway there at the moment, so when I hit 100 I might go and upgrade something like my tripod. Just get it working for you and use in your budget. Don't spend all of your savings, all of your college fund money if you're not going to put effort into YouTube and you're going to abandon it a couple of weeks in because it's such a waste of money. For editing, I use the iMovie on my Mac. Before that I used my Windows Movie Maker when I didn't have a MacBook. You can get the Pro editing, which I think is like £400, but again, don't spend the money if you're not going to use it. I find the iMovie absolutely fine for what I do, so I don't feel like I need to I don't feel like I need to purchase any superior editing software at the moment. Have a schedule and be consistent. If you're going to upload once a week, let people know, and always try and upload that day. So I upload every Thursday at 6 o'clock, which is the Greenwich Mean Time. So wherever else in the world, I don't know the times unfortunately, but I make sure it's consistent because I want people to know when to come back and when to have a look. And I only ever don't upload if there's a really good reason. Normally it's a technical reason or a personal issue, but I will always tweet about the fact that it's not going to be a video up in time. If you kind of upload sporadically, people are not going to know when to come back and have a look at your videos, and they're going to miss things and they're going to just get fed up if you don't upload for weeks at a time. Also, stick to a sort of timing schedule that you know that you can do. If you work full time, maybe uploading it every day is going to be too much for you, because people don't realise how much editing work takes as well, and actual physical uploading to YouTube can take hours sometimes. Don't force any videos, don't rush them, don't film if you don't feel like it, don't exaggerate, don't lie. I just find this really easy to pick up when I watch people's videos. If they're not in the mood, you'll come across grumpy, you'll come across like you can't get your words out, which even at the best of times is really bloody hard. But you know, you're not going to be in a good mood, and it's like if you went to a coffee with a friend and you're in a bad mood, they're going to know you're in a bad mood because they're just going to be able to tell. And it's the same with YouTubing. Also, if you exaggerate and lie and kind of say, you know, oh, I have hundreds of pounds worth of this, or I've just bought the brand new this, and you haven't, you're going to get caught out. So try and stick to the truth, because it will always come back and bite you if you don't. Think about your audience, ask them for advice. If you're going to target younger kids, monitor the language, monitor what you're kind of putting out. If you're going to target like older people, then you can kind of change it a little bit to suit your demographic. My demographic is between 18 and 25 years old, so you know, things like underwear, swearing, scary things I can put in my videos. Things like that I can put in my videos, but that's because I don't aim towards children. Also be aware that children will be watching your videos. You know, you can't parent every single child in the world, and just know that it's not your fault if something goes wrong. Ignore the haters and understand that people aren't always going to like your content. People are going to leave comments which aren't even constructive, they are just pure hate and tell you that you're stupid or that you should give up. You just need to kind of take these comments in your stride and ignore them, because for every bad comment you will get lots of love for your work, and you just have to remember that. Also, there's a lot of gossip forums out there. If you go looking, you'll find something you don't like, and you know, people always say if you make it onto Guru Gossip, you've made it as a YouTuber, but you really don't want to become on there, and if you do, you don't want to know about it, because those things are brutal. Use royalty-free music. You can find these really easily. I'll link the YouTube audio library down below, which is where I found the music I use. Or if you know an artist personally, maybe ask them if you can use their music, but just don't use copyrighted music like chart music, because you will end up either getting your video muted or you just won't be able to monetize it. If you're doing YouTube for the money, then just stop, because everybody will be able to tell. People join YouTube because they think they're going to get millions and millions of pounds, and yeah, that is a option. You can get paid and you can work as a YouTuber full time, but you need to realise that's not why you need to come on here. You need to come on here because you're passionate, it's something you enjoy doing, and that's why I do it. I started blogging originally, and then after blogging I started YouTubing, and in all honesty my blogging has stopped. I have shut down my site just because I felt like I wanted to put 100% of my passion into YouTubing instead. I found that it was a lot more personal. I enjoyed it a lot more actually being able to speak physically to a camera than just typing. My final tip is social media and how to use it. I have a Facebook, a Twitter, a Snapchat, an Instagram, a Pinterest, a Tumblr, and all of these I normally link somewhere on my social media to my YouTube, because it's a great way to grow your audience. I tweet a lot, I Instagram a lot, and I Facebook my links, and this is how I get people to come and discover me and come and see my channel. Also, word of mouth is great. Don't be afraid to tell your friends and family, because actually I've grown a lot more subscribers and things like that by telling people. That was kind of my tips and tricks to growing your YouTube channel. Let me know if you have any more down below that maybe I haven't mentioned. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, because it really helps me out and learn what kind of things you like. Leave me a comment, whether it wants to be constructive or positive, that's fine. And obviously if it's going to be negative, that's just a waste of your time. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and push the bell button for notifications. So like I said, I upload every Thursday and I am very consistent, and it's kind of a range of things. So hit me up on my social media, I link all that below in my down bar, and I will see you next week.